3, 2, 1.
The first step in the mechanism is a deprotonation. To start, the 2 electrons on the base come and attack the hydrogen, which creates a double bond and a negative charge on the oxygen. Alright, so our next step is to add. So the electrons on this oxygen come down and reform this bond. There's a little bit of an electron shuffle to connect the 2 starting materials, and we end up with a negative charge on this oxygen.
Tell me now, only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
So our next step is to protonate. So the electrons on this oxygen come down to reform this double bond, and this double bond picks up a hydrogen, leaving us with this product.
You ready?
Let's go, boys! It really looks like I have this race in the bag. So the next step is to deprotonate. So this base comes and removes this hydrogen, and then form a double bond here, and the electrons move up on the oxygen, giving us a negative charge. Alrighty, the next step is to add. So we're going to take this electron and it's going to come down, and this double bond is going to attack the carbonyl, pushing that up, creating a methyl group, an oxygen with a negative charge, still a hydrogen, and a double bond on the oxygen.
Hey, hey, she's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard. She can't take the pain, she can't get scarred. She hurt anyone that gets involved. Don't wanna commit by taking this far.
The next step is a proton shuffle. So it's a protonation and a deprotonation. So the base is going to attack the hydrogen is going to come down, and it's going to bump that double bond to be a negative charge on the oxygen. Then this negative charge is going to attack the hydrogen, and we're going to end up with an alcohol here, just like that. The final step is an elimination, where this negative charge is going to come down, form a double bond. That's going to come up, and it's going to eliminate the alcohol. And that's our final product! Okay, so just in case you got a little lost during today's event, here's a recap. So we start with the deprotonation, and then we add the 2 starting materials together through a proton shuffle, and then we move this double bond back down to the oxygen and protonate again. Can't say the word. And then we deprotonate at this position, and then we add to make the ring, and then we do both a protonation and a deprotonation, and then we get this material over here, and then this comes down to move this double bond and kick off the alcohol, and then we get our final product. Lauren Jackson, how do you feel after today's victory? I am feeling pretty great. I feel pretty good. You know, it was a big comeback win. I was down there for a little while. I was down, but, you know, I managed to bring it back and win the whole thing. How did you feel about your race today? Yeah, I mean, so it wasn't really the outcome we wanted, but, like, I didn't really train for it. I kind of just went in and hoped for the best. So, I mean, I guess that's what we get. We'll get them next time, though. For sure. So, do you think that this prepared you for next week's exam? Absolutely. I understand the Robinson annulation mechanism way better than I did before. And, you know, it was pretty great to beat Kobe. How do you feel going into next week's exam? Well, you know, I'm going to study a little bit here and there. We'll see what happens. So just remember, dap dap da.